It's high time we get started on some timber frame joinery, wouldn't you say? Not much left of that log, but a bunch of sawdust and some scraps. I had 4 of these. You can see right there, that's the biggest one. The one that we see right here, if you're just joining us, was probably a medium size, right in between those two. And I want to show you what that yielded as far as timbers. It really is surprising how many timbers we got out of that round, isn't it? What do we have here? We've got all the decking, with 12 pieces, full dimension, 2x8s, 10 feet long. We've got corner posts. I know you're excited about getting started on the joinery, but you know, everything has its time and place, so we will definitely get to it. But we've got to take care of these things first. Here we have the remainder, and actually over there in that log that I just showed you, there's still 2 2x6s left, but we've got 6x6s there. We've got full dimension 2x4s, 2x6s, an extra 2x8. All of those things came out of that one log, and of course that quarter post over there. So before we get started, I kind of left you guys hanging on the beeswax. I had some footage and I lost it, and so we're gonna redo it because I have some posts to treat here. What happens with these timbers is they'll start to check and crack from the ends. So you can see here, these were out in the sun for 2 days before I treated them. Wood always dries from the ends, so that's why your firewood needs to be cut into rounds or it won't dry. So you can see I have these all sealed in nice and tight with beeswax. What that does is that will slow down the drying process and really help to prevent this checking. We don't want these things checking. These are going to be our exposed floorboards. Fortunately, these are overcut by almost a foot, a little over a foot, so we'll trim these back, but I did that on purpose knowing that this was going to happen. So we've got our little camp stove here, and I keep some beeswax in an old coffee can, so we'll melt this and we'll paint all the ends of these, seal them in, and we've got them in here in the shop out of the sun, and this will let them dry nice and slow and prevent that checking process. Alright, we've got our beeswax all melted, and now let's go ahead and treat the ends of our timbers. Alright, we'll just paint this in, and the beeswax is just so appropriate to use for timber framing, a natural product that smells delightful and it just sucks in and seals this wood so nice. I want to say thanks and hello to the guys at Channel Lock. The guys at Channel Lock Tools have sent me a nice letter and a whole bunch of tools. Here's a pair of channel locks that they sent me, just thanking me for the channel and letting me know that they're watching and they appreciate it. They're a great company too. I've used channel locks forever. Still everything American made, high quality tools at a really good value. Always like Channel Lock tools. I neglected to mention on these corner posts here, I cut them long, so the residual, you can see right here, about a 3-foot piece will be used for the knee braces. So you might be asking, what are we going to use all of this other stuff for, these 2x4s and 2x6s and such? I don't really know yet. Most likely I'll be making a door. I've got to make window casings, lots of small different things. I'm not working off any plans. I'm just kind of conjuring this up out of my head as I go. So we'll see. But I know there's going to be a need for all of those things and what I have here and much more. So let's get to the point. We have a joint to do, starting right here on the corner posts. So you can see here is a near completed joint. We have an identical one on each corner. So let's get everything set up and start the mortise and tenon work. So I've got laid out here for you the tools that we'll be using today. I got a couple new things I'll share with you that you haven't seen in the past. Stanley Carpenter square, of course. Timber framers use typically three different chisels. These here, these two, this is 1.5 inches. and this is a 2-inch. These are made by the Robert Sorby Company in England, and they are beautiful, beautiful chisels. You can see here, made the old way, tang chisels with a leather washer inside. Beautiful, beautiful. My friends made these beautiful sheaths for me. This one here is my pride and joy. This is not a timber framing chisel. This is called a slick. And you can see it's 3 inches wide there. And this particular one here was made in 1837. This is a special tool, and if in timber framing, this is the tool that you would take the best care of. This is your pride and joy here, a proper slick. I think it even has the original handle on it, or something close to period. This is my sharpest tool, and the one that I really take care of, and the one that I enjoy, get the most pleasure out of using. I'll show you how we use this and why. This is really interesting. If you look up close right here, this was hand forged, and you see the 2 tones there. There's 2 distinctive different colors right there. I can get the facet right. What that is if we look on the back side of the chisel, we can see that the blacksmith had laid in a really hard piece of steel, something with a lot of carbon in it that would hold an edge very well, premium steel, and forge welded that to a standard steel. What that does is that gives us a lot of strength in the timber framing slick, but we get that hard cutting edge. If he were to use that hard, brittle material in the whole chisel, it wouldn't be a durable tool, and as you were prying and working with it, it could snap. But this isn't it a beauty? It is my pride and joy. So this is a timber framing slick. Also, I use a big heavy dead blow hammer for knocking joints into submission. These work really good. Speed square, carpenter's pencil. I use a Shop Fox poly mallet. Why I like this is a striking tool. The timber framing chisels are made for striking against. That's why they have these steel rings around there. And I have beat on these, and still they hold up. So this is really nice. What it does is it gives you so much traction. It's kind of sticky, so when you're swinging and not looking, you don't typically glance. It will bite and really hold on that chisel and not hit your hand. The new tools that I want to share with you is this. Look at this beauty. This was a gift. I just got 2 nights ago. I've never even seen one. It's a Collins Red Seal. And this is a carpenter's hatchet. And what makes it a carpenter's hatchet is the way it's ground. It's ground flat on one side. So it's a chisel ground. It's ground just like a chisel is. And the Red Seal logo you can see on there, and a short handle. I have not worked with carpenter's hatchets doing timber framing, only because I have not had one to work with, and this is really special to me. Thank you, Alan, for that. Even look at that little thank you note and the date. Very nice. I've got also, on the heavier side, a Husqvarna carpenter's axe, which is on loan to me from a subscriber in this area. He wanted me to do a review on it, and I've been using this. Review maybe coming up soon. Something else that I'm learning to use. So these are the tools, as well as a cordless drill to help drill out the mortises with the modified Forstner bit. So let's get started. So what you see before you here is called a post and sill joint. Maybe I could show you a little bit better in the book. You can see right here, that's what we have there laying aside. And what this does is that this is how you tie in a corner joint. So we have our posts, and these boards on the bottom that the floor sits on are called sills. And you can see here in the diagram how they're all joined together. The beautiful thing about timber framing is that it doesn't require any nails, screws, fasteners of any sort. Everything will be held together with mortise and tenon and pegs and tree nails. So you can see how that all keys together. And just the great weight and the great weight of the timbers are what keep the structure in place. A couple of handsome devils on the screen there, wouldn't you say? Man, 10 minutes is up. The video is over. It always goes by so fast, but you know what? That's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. You'll have to see part 19. Part 19 will actually be doing the joint. I thought we would get to it today, but we didn't. So now is the time to what, Jack?
To ask the riddle. No,
to click the thumbs up. As soon as they click the thumbs up, then they can have the riddle. All right, you got it clicked? It's right down there. All right, let's have the riddle.
What did the Clockmaker say to the Revolutionary Soldier?
What did the Clockmaker say to the Revolutionary Soldier? So if you think you know and can guess that riddle and are smart enough, a smarty, then put that in the comment section, and we will give the answer in the next video. So over here to the right, I have included a classic gold Wranglerstar video, a blast from the past. You can click on that and watch it. Those of you who have mobile or using mobile, I will put that link in the subject heading. And I guess that's about it. So we are heading back to the shop. We've got a lot of timber framing to do, and now we're actually getting to the good stuff. So we'll see you over there on part 19.